once I kind of figured out that film was what I wanted to do, I didn't really have a pathway to get there. And fortunately, when I got that public relations degree, I had the foresight to recognize that the films that I was making on my own dime, with no money, it was literally a dime, I needed to take them to film festivals, and I needed to go to those film festivals. And my first attempt, I didn't get very far. I got into one festival. The second film, I got into 10, and one of those festivals was the National Film Festival for Talented Youth in Seattle. So for anyone that might be under 24 in the audience, I can't see, it's the largest film festival in the world for people in that age bracket. And so I go to this festival, and I sit in the front row for a Women in Hollywood panel. It had the VP of DreamWorks, HBO, you name it. It was an all-star cast. And at the end of the panel, the woman sitting next to me turns to me and she says, "Well, what did you think of the panel?" I said, "Well, I like these couple of things." And she says, "Oh, well, I put that panel together." And I go back home a week later, we stay in touch to go graduate from Georgia Southern. A week later, she calls me and she says, "How would you like to come up to New York next week to go to the CW Network Upfront presentation?" And for those of you that aren't familiar with what that is the event that all the networks have in May when they unveil their new season for the following year, their new shows. And so I go up there, fly up on my own dime again, because I think this is a cool experience. And I find out her husband's the chairman of the network. Because I made a good impression on her and then subsequently him, they invited me a few months later to come out to Sherman Oaks to their house for their end of summer party, where I met the heads of all these production companies, producers, agents, managers, you name it. That networking enabled me to live here today. I would not have that career if I had not had the foresight to save up my money. Again, I was not rich. Both my parents were teachers. My dad died when I was 13. We were a single parent household, but I worked my ass off. I did wedding videos, I did audiobooks, high school graduation videos, everything I could do to finance my early stuff so I could get to a point where other people would give me money to make things. But it was because I knew that networking and going places, not just using the internet and meeting those people and talking and listening to them, not demanding something from them, would enable me to move to a different space that wasn't accessible in my town of 123 people. So network.
Yes, those were great anecdotes. I think networking is everything, like these guys said.